With gas prices as high as they've been, the Lexus NX450H Plus, or NX plug-in, might just be the best cheat code on the market today. And I've had the pleasure of spending the last few months driving it every single day to work to get a really in-depth look at what this car can do. So in today's video, we're gonna be going over my driving impressions as well as some cost factors if this car can actually save you money, especially with gas prices as they are right now. I'm Dustin Mason from Performance Lexus in St. Catharines. Make sure you hit like and subscribe for more Lexus related content. Okay, so today I am driving my new demo, which is an NX450H Plus. And let me tell you, it's very nice. I haven't been able to drive one of these for years because there was always a waiting list for plug-in hybrids. And right now, there's not. Production has really ramped up for Lexus for all EV and electrified vehicles in the platform. And it's been very nice and surprising to learn this vehicle because it is more than just a plug-in hybrid. I did a video a long time ago, this is like 3 years ago, maybe longer, on the 450H Plus RX. And even then, I remember being like, oh, this car is more special than I thought. And now, getting to use it more, even when I did that video, I didn't even use the majority of the car that I could have used. Okay, so right now, I'm driving in EV mode, which is the best. And it's the best for a few reasons, not just the fuel savings, but that is one of them for sure. But the smoothness. It makes this vehicle so smooth. There's something about hopping in a car and not having mechanical things firing up and warming up and explosions happening under the hood. And instead just getting in and it's like a golf cart and you just like step on the accelerator and it goes. That's this right now. It tells me on the dash distance to empty. It says on full electric, I have 30 kilometers till empty, which will get me home and maybe even a little bit on the way back to work tomorrow. That's at, I think it's like 3/4 full. Now lately what I've noticed is I can pretty much get to work and back without using any gas, usually, depending on the climate, depending on my throttle that day, and depending on, yeah, the charge, etc. So in EV mode, what I find is it's super powerful. That's where you really feel that extra, that bigger EV motor instead of just the hybrid motor. Also, I think, and this, I might be wrong, so someone might have to fact check me. I think the plug-in hybrids use lithium and the regular hybrids use nickel metal hydrate, but someone might have to fact check that. I'm not 100% sure. Power-wise, super smooth. I'm gonna actually launch it a little bit here, because I can, once it goes green. That wasn't even full throttle. And I was through that intersection while the person beside me was still, their rear wheels were still crossing that crosswalk. So lots of power. If we switch it over, we can, so right now I'm in full EV mode. It'll do that until it's depleted. I can go to auto EV HV. HV means hybrid vehicle, EV means electric vehicle. And on this, if I step on the gas, it'll give me a little bit more power because it'll use the gas engine for a split second. It's still favoring EV mode, but what it does, it just winds up that engine just for a split second and then shuts it off. I wonder actually, I haven't played with it. Oh yeah, I can. I can actually play with seeing the little diagram on what's powering what right now. Also, I love when you combine any hybrid, any Lexus hybrid, with the proactive driving assist. Proactive driving assist gives you like that bubble of safety net around your vehicle. That means it slows down when the person in front of you slows down. It's kind of doing some autopilot-y things. And in a hybrid, that starts regenerative braking. So it actually does a little bit of regenerative braking for you. So that's the two modes at the bottom. There's like two buttons here. So we have auto, HV, EV, and then we have EV mode. Above that, I have another button. I have HV, and then I click it again, and it actually goes, actually if I hold it, sorry, I have to hold it. It goes to charge mode. So charge mode is really unique, and the regular hybrids don't really have this, where I can charge up that electric battery, that electric EV battery, by using the gas engine. It just keeps the engine running. It changes all of its thinking from propulsion to charging. I still, obviously, if I step on the gas, I still have propulsion, but what it's doing kind of in the background right now is charging up that EV battery. If you were a scientist and you wanted to do some equations as to the point of that, I'm not smart enough to understand that, other than it drives nice when that EV battery is fully charged. It's my favorite, actually. Like when I have to hop in and grab something quick down the street for lunch and I'm at work, I always want to hop into some sort of electric vehicle, whether it's the new RZ, whether it's a 450H Plus like this, because like you don't have to wait for mechanical things. You just hop in and go, and it feels fast. It feels so smooth. It's a different sensation. I spoke to a guest today a long-term guest of mine, by the way, from Toyota, and they drove the RZ for the first time today, and they actually felt a little nauseous, like under heavy acceleration, and that's because our brains and our bodies are so used to vibrations and harmonies and harmonic sounds and things like that when you're stepping on the gas. In an electric vehicle, there's a little bit of that simulated, especially in this one, but it's not really there, it's not really present. So it kind of makes your body be like, oh, what's happening? It's like being on an airplane. Like, am I taking off right now? I don't know. So anyway, that's been really good. I find that a little bit of like a review on it. If I plug in at work every day, this thing is charged. Like I get there at like 8:30 in the morning. It's back to full by like 11 for sure. Like by the time I'm going for lunch, my EV battery is full. As I mentioned before, if I don't charge it, I can go to work and back at least without using any gas. Like the gas engine won't even turn on, depending on if I'm doing like, heated seats and all this stuff, depending on the load. And that means realistically, as a consumer, if I were to own this car, I could probably make a tank of gas last me well over a month with my commute. Realistically, and I'm not even plugging it in at home, which I'll talk about in a second, which realistically means I would only be using gas when I go on like long trips. So if I go to like visit my parents, which live like half an hour away, there's a chance the gas engine kicks on because maybe I didn't have enough, juice to get there and back, et cetera, et cetera. But that's the beauty of any of our plug-in hybrids is I don't have any range anxiety. So it's not gonna interrupt my life in any way. I still get the fuel savings when it matters most, which is like going to and from work every day. I always say commuting is where we do most of our mileage, and that means most of my mileage, most of my driving is for free because I'm plugging in and at work. I get that not everybody has that luxury. Some people have to still use chargers, but still. I have plugged in at home before, and I just wanted to try the level 1 wall charger that it came with. We're getting on the highway, I'm gonna step on it. So this is full EV mode. It's like a spaceship. Yeah, it's absolutely like a spaceship. It's not, once you're up at a speed, like if I'm at 100 and I step on the gas, definitely the transmission isn't like super peppy up at this speed, but getting from a stop, getting up to speed is very nice. So yeah, I plugged it into home one time, and like even just on the 120 volt, wall plug, by the time I woke up in the morning, the battery was full. So benefit to like it not being a super, super large battery, I think is that you can just plug, like you can charge it quickly, even if the range is, only your commuting range, which is maybe what I would call this car if I could. I would call it the commuter's car, because it's just gonna take that edge off of your commute every day of using fossil fuels. And I think that's really nice. Also, the build quality of the NX450H Plus is very nice. I mean, I don't know if it's just in my head, but it feels smoother. It almost feels like an RX. Like I'm on the highway right now. I almost don't feel the road at all. A benefit to that is driver fatigue. I always say that the smoother your car is, the longer you can drive for because it doesn't make you tired. And it makes the commute not feel like a commute. Even right now, I'm just noticing this. I have the sunroof visor open and I never do. I'm on the highway. I almost don't hear any wind noise. Wow, that's really amazing. I almost wonder if Lexus upped the build quality on the plug-in hybrids because they know on the highway, you're not gonna have any engine drowning out your wind noise. So the car itself better be built well. That's like my new theory here, and I believe it to be true. So my package, the one I have is the Ultra Premium, which came out actually during the chip shortage and like material shortage of COVID times. And what it was it was a luxury package, but without the panoramic sunroof. Now it's a little different, the Ultra Premium. I don't have parking sensors, but I do have the big screen. I have heated and cooled seats. I have really nice leather seats. I have some nice trim. I have ambient lighting, although I don't think I can change the colors as much as I could in the higher packages. Has memory seats, radar cruise control, lane departure alert, all the safety features. It doesn't have lane change assist, which I had an NX in the past that had that, and that was kind of nice. No heads-up display, just the regular buttons on the steering wheel, which is great. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, it's worked very well. I really like that. In fact, I would say, I'm surprised how much I like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, because I used to drive older cars. It is a feature, it's a luxury to have those. And yeah. Oh, you guys are gonna ask, so I'm gonna just say, and again, people use my car all day long for test drives and stuff, so I don't know how accurate this is gonna be. Let me check my fuel economy. It actually says 33.7 kilowatts per 100 kilometers. That's amazing. Okay, on this trip, and I get that whatever, it's gonna be all skewed, my average liters per 100 kilometers is 1. it's 1.4 is my average liters per 100 kilometers. Total average fuel economy on this car, and again, sometimes I plug it in, sometimes I don't. I try to plug it in a lot though, is 7 liters per 100 kilometers. 7 liters. I bet you it's less than that if we actually do it. You see, now I have the gas engine running and it went up to 2 liters, but we're gonna put it back in EV mode, because why not? That's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to really go over was my real world driving in the NX450H Plus. Right now, gas prices are high. So being able to not pay for gas for your commute, I still have 16 kilometers to empty on this EV. That'll get me home and then probably a little bit the way back to work, but also the smoothness of it. It's very luxurious. It's super smooth, there's no vibrations, and I'm a big fan. So let me know in the comments below, would you go with a plug-in hybrid like this? Because I think it's a hidden gem, and I think it's gonna be very, very hot. And it is already a hot topic at the dealership, but even outside the dealership, I'm sure it's gonna be hot soon. So there you have it, some driving impressions of the 450H Plus and what I think about those driving impressions. And also, I should mention, now for 2026, you can get more packages than ever before. I'm driving an ultra premium and I find it to check a lot of boxes, but you can go higher than that with the F Sport 2, the Executive, and the F Sport 3 if you want one that's a little more fully loaded. And because I think that this is the sweet spot between gas, hybrid, and EV, you might want to keep this one a little bit longer. Who knows? Maybe in 10 years from now, this car is still very relevant. And sometimes going to a higher package just creates that better future proofing as well. So let me know in the comments below if you would buy an NX450H Plus and if there's any other videos like this that you think I should do.